We are warming up inside Justin Lecocq's yurt right now. Yurt is essentially a canvas cottage out by Toulon, Manitoba. And it's the site of an eco village where Justin's going to be living once it's all permanently built. Justin, can you explain what is an eco village?
Well, it's in the words. It's an ecological village. It's an intentional community with the purpose of living sustainably. So we're going to be exploring lots of different sustainable technologies, from permaculture design to passive solar heating and solar electricity and wind electricity, all the things you'd imagine in what we hope to see as the future for the world. And this is going to be a little microcosm of maybe part of what we need to see for sustainable humanity in the future.
And you have about 16 members coming out here, right? And so what's your home going to look like? You're all going to be building your own homes, right?
Yeah, all very different. This is where it's about different approaches, really experimenting with different ways to obtain that same goal of living sustainably. So for me, I had a lot of design parameters in the design of my house. It's going to be a passive solar straw bale timber frame. Timber frame meaning the timbers are going to be harvested locally and milled and cut by me in a traditional manner. It uses less wood and less carbon is produced in the production of these sorts of frames, so it's a little more sustainable than your typical framing. The straw bales hold a lot of heat inside, so every ounce of energy that's used to produce heat is kept. And then, of course, the passive solar element is fundamental. It means using less energy, less fuel. We will be using the sun to heat our house, and there are a lot of ways to obtain that that goal with passive solar design.
And I know right now you're living in the city in Wolseley. You have a beautiful 3-story house. Why do you want to come live out here with your partner and 2 kids?
Well, I guess the urban atmosphere isn't where I want to raise my kids in a sort of, I think, in the most relatable manner. Like, that would be the most relatable reason, just because I'd like to have my kids have access to fresh air, clean water, and nature. But there are other elements to that. Before we had kids, we wanted to live in an eco village, so it has to do with us accessing those things as well, and having access to land that we can grow good vegetables, have a garden, and also, I guess, I've been an activist my whole life, so I can't really justify living in a setting where I'm not able to embody my beliefs. And living in an eco-village is the most effective means to embody my views on sustainable living.
Well, thanks for having us out here. For RRCTV, I'm Keila DePape.